and welcome everybody to the fourth episode of What is HallowCon, where we sort of introduce you to some of our guests and explain some of the stuff going on with HallowCon, and what we do and what HallowCon really is. Uh, Pull in our co-host here. Hey, Skunk, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. How are you?
Of course, I'm sort of excited for our guest tonight. It is our guest of honor for HallowCon this year. Uh, Ted Davies, an artist, writer, and what else?
Um, it depends on who you're asking, but yeah, it's artist, author, and publisher, and podcaster, and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, yep.
And
Bartender.
Bartender, yes. More spoon boy, more.
Yeah.
I guess it's more Chris's show, really.
Yeah.
Right, it is.
If you want to, Ted, real quick, go ahead and plug your shows.
Sure. I've got a few different shows. We're switching gears a little bit on Ted Davies Artistry on YouTube. But I do a show called Back to the Drawing Board, which is basically my adventures into the comic book realm and how I create my comics, how I do my artwork. Then we've got From the Trenches of Hollywood, which is a podcast that I do, video podcast that I do with Craig Hall out in California, who is actually the person that is optioning my book Retrieve for live action. So we've got that going. I also have Comics Unlimited podcast. Let me grab the book here with Glenn B. Fleming, and he's out of the UK. If you guys don't know Glenn, he is a prolific author and a publisher himself. And we do a show called Comics Unlimited podcast on Thursdays at 10. And then John Celestri, Feed the Beast. We do a great. If anybody knows John Celestri, he's the guy that started Boba Fett's career with the animation for the Star Wars Adventures show that was on when we were little kids.
Yeah.
The holiday special. But John Celestri and I do a show as well. And then, of course, we do Drinking with the Davies on Friday nights. Usually it's on Friday nights. During the summer, we only do it once a month. But Christine, my wife, and I have a mixology show that we do just out of the enjoyment of old drinks and new drinks, and show people how not to get in trouble mixing them and doing them the right way. So
That's neat.
yeah, some fun.
And you and Chris will be at HallowCon.
Yes, we will.
So if we draft Chris on Friday or Saturday night to operate the bar, you wouldn't mind, would you?
No, not at all. In fact, she would enjoy it. I think that she would. You guys might learn something. You'd be surprised. Wealth of knowledge with that redhead. Definitely wealth of knowledge.
Yeah. But yeah, again, this is HallowCon's 20th anniversary.
Yeah, that's great.
That says a lot for a small con.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be our 19th in person, but we actually, I don't know if you tuned in on our virtual convention.
I did for a bit. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
That's pretty much the way we actually do that. And Carl Witzman who will be a attendee. He's going to be there. It's just finally get to meet you folks in person.
Right.
And to see those that they saw again last year. Yeah, Ted, the best way to describe HallowCon is a family reunion you didn't know you were part of the family.
Got it. Family that you always wanted.
Yeah.
Good. I like that. It's like the Addams Family. We got to do the bump, 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 bump. Yeah,
I would say with our particular group, it's more like the Munsters.
That's good too. Love the Munsters. This is Calypso. She'll be also attending, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Depends.
Hey.
We'll see how she does. She's missing Mom right now, so just bear with me on that. But you know how it goes.
It's all right.
Yeah, you had an emergency there in the neighborhood.
Yeah. So, yep, everything's good though. I think, ambulance is good, so things are okay.
And Donna Carlene says, she's so looking forward to HallowCon. Yeah. And Ted, unlike have you ever done any conventions before?
Oh yeah, I do conventions all the time. Yep. Yeah. all the time.
Okay. Well, most conventions shut down like 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Not
we
this one.
go from 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon until 3 o'clock on Sunday.
Very good.
There is always something going on and we're actually at a hotel, so
Yeah.
you're
So
never.
it's a
What
one-stop shop. Yeah.
It's a
From what I
one-stop
heard.
shop.
Yep.
Once you get there, you don't have to leave. But even at 3 o'clock in the morning, we've got a movie room that we run these horrible B-rated movies,
Even better. Love it. Love
and
it.
you can sit and we've had people. We've actually had Skunklety. We've had people camp out and watch 2 or 3 movies
That's cool.
back
Hey,
to back.
it's an event. It's kind of a little bit of pop culture and all of it. I mean, that's good. That's what that's what you want. You want to have something for everybody. That's important.
Yeah.
I heard the food's really good. I heard the
Oh.
food's nonstop, so that's always good.
Yes, the food is. We don't have anything available at 3 o'clock in the morning, but
No.
if there's somebody at the bar and you do want something, we'll figure something. In worst case scenario, we'll make you a sandwich.
All right, good. Something nobody's starving. It's
Yeah.
like a It's like a cruise ship that doesn't leave the parking lot.
Yeah, it's a cruise ship that doesn't leave the parking lot.
Cool. I
Um,
like it.
our vendors, of course, our vendor hall. We don't subject our vendors to that. Our vendors' hours are from like 5 until 7 on Friday, 10 to 6 on Saturday,
Mhm.
and 10 to close on Sunday.
That's good. That's
So-
sound. How many people attend? Like me or like creators or anything? Do we know?
Well, we've got 5 artists or 5 authors that will be there.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, Red Fezwell wearing felt.
Oh yeah. BKM.
Brian K.
Yep.
Morris. He's coming back. Stephanie Osborne, if you've seen her on our Stupid O'Clock shows.
Yep.
Stephanie will be there. And we've got, excuse me, our resident, we have resident authors. Two
very good.
people that are pretty much, I mean, it's going to take a stick to run them off.
It's gonna take a stick to run them off. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that term. I'm a northern boy, so tell me what that means.
What that
They're not
means
going to leave.
is
They're not going to
leave.
leave. Yeah, gotcha.
If we don't invite them, they're going to show up anyway and set up bring their own table.
Right, got it. I apologize for the barking dog. We've got an ambulance that just pulled around the corner, so I apologize. Of course, it's going to happen today, guys. Sorry.
That's hey, I'm expecting the wife at any time to come in here, and you'll see the phone come down, and she wants me to read a text message.
It's all good. So,
well,
this is live. That's the beauty of being live, right? So just leave it at that. It's in the evening, and that's the way we roll. So
and back to that, and we've got another author. I just drew a blank on his name. Let me.
We got Brian. We've got me. We've got.
Shame.
Okay, well that's good. I'm
He's
sorry.
a
The lady was
guest.
Stephanie
Stephanie Osborne.
Okay.
Mhm.
And John Pike is coming back.
John.
He'll be like an author and performer and all that.
Yep.
And Kevin Steverson.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Southern author from around the Atlanta area.
Got it.
So
that's cool. And then we've got Dan's going to be there too, right? You got.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing Dan too, and meeting you all you guys.
Yeah. And our resident authors is T.D. Rothson and K.T. Hunter.
Really?
That they did if you go back to, if you go back to the virtual HallowCon, it's still up and running. They did the Oracle of Delphi.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yep.
And they also do a um, TD did a reading. But
Okay.
yeah, we'll be actually doing the Oracle of Delphi live.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, and of course, Dan's asking, is it the old guy next door? And he also says, Dan Hollifield and I sit like the old guys in the Muppet Show, hassle everyone.
I can't
Yep.
imagine that. No, not at all.
Yeah.
That's
And
funny.
yeah, the one thing you're going to get when you show up is we have a guest package
Mm-hmm.
or a guest packet, with your, all the information and stuff
Sure.
you need. Brian Morris said he's never received a gift package or a guest package like that.
Oh, very good. I'm looking forward to that.
It's
That could be too. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That's good though. I'm looking forward to it. I think Brian's a pretty good judge of character, so
yeah.
he would warn me. I'm sure you guys are going to be. I'm really looking forward to it. I know Christine and I have been looking forward to it for a while. We might stop down in Savannah afterward. That was since we're not too far. A lot
Well,
closer than
are y'all
closer than Michigan.
Are y'all going to drive down or?
Oh yeah, we'll drive down. So yeah, we'll have.
Well,
we'll figure that we
Savannah's
have
another 3 or 4 hours.
4 or 5. Yeah, I figure it was about 4 hours from you guys.
Yeah.
But that's still, when you're driving whatever it is, 12, 16 hours, it's like whatever,
And plus,
we're already there.
Be rested up with the convention.
Yeah, right.
Of course, I've had people come up to me and go, Joe Dog, do you ever sleep?
I can imagine that they probably do. I mean, what's your normal? You sleep about 4 hours a night anyway? Is that your normal gig?
Or
not?
I do my sleeping usually from about 8 to noon.
Got it. Usually it's 6 to 8 hours. 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
You gotta have 6 hours. I'm pleasant. 8 hours. I'm like really nice. But
Okay, Skunk, remember that. Make sure to.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, it's all good.
And Dan goes, yes, HallowCon is very restful.
Yeah, I think that's sarcasm.
Yeah.
I think the 3 dots at the end of that sentence, I think, were sarcasm.
Yeah. But
Okay.
there's Mom.
Yep, there's Mom. To get tail wagging in the face. All right. Okay. Okay. No, it's okay. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna mute myself for a second.
All right. But Skunk, what other things that we do? The pumpkin chunking game. That's
Okay.
we've got to get.
I go back to that. What you call that? Pumpkin chunking?
Yeah.
That sounds like a hangover morning.
It's
What? What is it? What is it?
it's a game that we originally started for the kids that the adults have got into.
The adults got into it more than the kids did because it anything involving competition.
Yeah.
It's a competition. We have these little styrofoam pumpkins about yay big around,
Okay.
and you stand about 20 feet apart and throw them at each other as a duel.
Okay.
And we do it in a bracket formation, a bracket style,
Okay.
Single elimination. And Dan Hollifield says, "Oh, that is so fun to watch, Ted." It is.
What's the goal of it? Just to knock the person out? What's the
It's double elimination.
Okay.
Or no, it's single elimination.
Yeah.
It's single elimination bracket, right? And the idea is that if you get a hit, right, then you go on, unless both players hit.
Oh.
In which case, then it's the more lethal shot.
Yeah.
So if you hit one guy in the arm, right, but they hit you in the head, then there you go. And if there's also, there's a few other rules that go into it, But it's like I said, anything you get a bunch of people together, especially people who are into science,
Sure.
and you get a bit to what is basically a physics-based competition.
And you get that
remember,
on video.
These are styrofoam.
Yeah.
These are styrofoam balls. They wind resistance and all that other stuff you want to go into. None of that matters. We've literally seen. We play sometimes we play it inside, sometimes we play it outside, depending on the weather. And I've literally seen games where somebody will throw the ball, will go past the person that they were aiming at, get caught by the wind, and come back.
Yeah, there's no physics. Space and time have nothing on styrofoam at all.
Nope.
Yeah. Do you remember the old, what was it, the game? Was it wiffle ball? That wasn't wiffle ball, where they put that thing in the big armatures, like the lacrosse, and you throw it.
Highlight or something like that.
Yeah, man, that game was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was no space or gravity or anything.
Yeah, Dan Hollifield says it's like dodgeball with scoring.
Okay.
It's like if it's more like dodgeball as a duel.
Okay.
That's because it's two people, right? And with the whole entire, take your 10 paces, turn around, ready, aim, fire.
Okay. A little bit of Russian roulette, but with styrofoam. Okay, cool. I'm digging it.
And we actually did do for a while there. Of course, we don't do it anymore because that particular gent does not come to the convention anymore. He doesn't even live in the country anymore. He moved to Australia, but he moved
further south.
He used to host actual Nerf gun duels. And the idea on that one was not only could you play, if you didn't bring a Nerf gun, you could still play. He would loan you one. You could also bring your own.
Fair enough.
It got interesting.
People probably were decked out with their. Yeah, I can.
No, you would think. Nobody ever brought their own. I was this close to customizing and bringing one because we've had people who come to because all of these things that we do are to everybody to have fun at the convention,
sure,
and also to help raise money for our charity if we're for the charities that we run every year. And we've done all sorts of fun things. That's the pumpkin chunkin is a tradition at HallowCon, but we've also had, like I said, we've had the Nerf gun duels. We've had we've hosted trivia before. We've done which we still do. I mean, like pub trivia.
Yeah, right.
I used to work for a trivia company. Me and another guy who came to the convention, and we would run trivia games. Now we have KT doing her trivia. We've done Jeopardy. We've done. What was the diecast car races?
Yeah,
last year.
That's cool.
John Pica does that. Family Feud.
Dig it.
The Family Feud. I remember when we did that.
See, that's just on the entertainment side. Plus, we have the panels. All I ask is you give me 1 hour of a panel telling, whatever you think would be a good panel.
Whatever the expertise. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
Cool.
What some of the panels that we've had in the past that have been really interesting is they've done one group of guys used to do, I'm not sure if they still come around anymore, but they did a panel that was Battle Royal. They have 16 characters from fantasy or sci-fi or horror or whatever, and it's a group consensus. Like everybody would talk and argue amongst themselves. It's the ultimate game of who would win in a fight, Right. And we did. What were some of the other really good panels? We've done panels on creative writing, where we've had the authors come in and talk about writing techniques. We've had panels on. One year, I remember we did a panel that was like, why are horror movies not scary anymore?
Sure.
To which my response to that was to show up dressed as a slasher killer and not say anything the entire panel and just stare at everyone.
Yeah, that stuff like that. And then, of course, we have the entertainment. We have an actual Irish, well, they're not Irish, but they're an Irish music.
Yeah.
Group. They're Irish music group. I guess that's the best way of putting them.
Yeah. Called the Molly Maguires. They play at 10 o'clock every night or
Cool.
for every
Well,
Friday night.
Every Friday night.
That's cool.
For the last probably 20 years.
20
Wow.
years.
Well, yeah.
They've played every HallowCon
Yeah.
except for I would say the only HallowCon. I think there's only one HallowCon they didn't play, and that was there was only one HallowCon they didn't play, but that was also the HallowCon that instead of them playing, it was an offshoot of the group because some of the main members were, one of them was had been in a motorcycle accident or a car accident or something, and he couldn't make it, and a couple of the other people had gigs that were booked in the same weekend. So a few of the members came down and did a little mini show for us to help raise money for medical bills for their injured member. And it was technically the Molly Maguires, but it was still, the same. It's the same thing, but different,
Yeah, we call them the Markless Maguires.
The Markless Maguires.
Yeah.
And the Mollies bring their friends with them.
Of course.
Other Irish folk groups, and they switch members out, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna go take a break. We're gonna go drink some Guinness and smoke some cigarettes outside.
Yeah.
Here's the Wolfhounds, and they'll just throw the Wolfhounds on stage,
cool.
and then they'll get up there and play a song or two while everybody else wets their whistle.
It's a Celtic menagerie of Motley Crue. Yeah, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And they actually played an acoustic set 10 years ago.
Yeah. Is that good?
It was great that they can play an acoustic set. The circumstances were not fantastic, but we made it work. That's the thing about our convention. Joe is talking about the night the lights went out in Georgia, which was the power to the hotel was inadvertently shut off. Due to there was an accident, and we couldn't get the power turned back on until the weekend was over. So we had to run the entire convention with no power, and we made it work. There was emergency runs to go get candles and glow sticks.
We still had hot food.
We were running power and stuff off of because we had Grillzilla, so that doesn't require electricity. The little bit of power we did get is this one over here running off of an inverter, which of course he didn't tell us he was going to be running off of an inverter. We all got excited, thought the power got turned back on. Joik.
That's why he runs it. That's good.
That was good. So. I mean, this was before I took over. Power was out, and we've got these little orange lights that we run around our ballroom area and consuite. Well, I just ran an extension cord out to the car, plugged it in, flipped the switch on, and the entire room place
lit up.
You could hear,
sure.
Yay! Then I flipped it off. And you could hear, now flipped it on again. They were cheering.
Yay!
Flipped it back off. And
Simple
it was
pleasure.
all again. Flipped it on the third time. Excuse me. Flipped it on the third time, and they were really cheering and all that. Flipped it off the third time, and you could hear someone yell, "Where the hell's Joe Dog?"
It was me. I knew it as soon as it went off again. I was all like, I looked over and I'm like, "Where's Joe? Like this is Joe Dog messing with us. It has to be." And then I see him. He's got the doors cracked just a little bit. I can see his car has been backed up to it, and he's got the cord in his hand. And I was like, "Oh, damn it, Joe!"
Cruel.
It was hilarious. But no, that was the thing. We made the convention work. We brought everybody outside for the Molly show. We did it right there in the parking lot. As and again, like we made it so that people were. The hotel was like, "Oh, we will reimburse everybody." And everybody's like, "No, like this isn't your fault. We're just gonna enjoy our weekend anyway." Like they were saying, "Oh, you could go get a hotel elsewhere." No, we're gonna stay right here. We're gonna make this work for us, and we did.
Good.
And it was a fantastic weekend despite everything.
Now you get the story to tell. Yeah, it's good.
And the only downfall of the entire thing was the showers on Saturday night.
Okay.
No hot water.
Fill me in on that.
No, yeah.
No hot
No
water.
water. Well, I mean, that happens.
No hot water.
Yeah, right.
It
happens. It happens.
I want to point out that I remember Friday morning because I don't know why, but my hotel room was the only one that had hot water for about 3 showers.
Yeah.
And
you're probably closest to the hot water.
The two people who were in the room who took showers that morning was me and the person who was staying with me, right? And then a third person asked to use their shower to find out it had hot water. They used it. A fourth person asked. We were like, this is getting ridiculous. And that fourth person had to be the unlucky one. We had a line of people starting to line up.
Sure.
Like, oh, they've got hot water in their room. They've got hot water. We need to take showers. And that fourth person came out and was like, nope, not anymore.
Yep.
But yeah, and as you can tell, Ted, we're not a serious convention. We're a serious convention, but we don't take everything so serious.
No, right. I understand that.
We've been to some conventions, doing some promotion, and, I say some type of joke or whatever,
mm-hmm.
and the people looked at me like, how dare you?
Mm.
The guy was dressed up as Doctor Strange.
Okay.
I looked at him and said, well, that's a strange costume.
Oh, my Lord.
And he's like, you ingrate.
Wow.
And pretty much the whole damn crowd was like that. It was like, okay. No.
That was. There's some people that are like that, and those people. They don't come to HallowCon. they don't come to HallowCon. They know that we're there to have a good time. We're not there. I've seen it at a lot of conventions of people that want to lord over you with their nerdly knowledge and their professional credentials. Not naming names, but there's been a couple of there was one particular individual from another convention who was serious all the time serious, everything's serious. And you couldn't joke around with the guy. If you tried to joke around with him, he'd give you a death glare, and it was like, seriously, like, have a sense of humor, man. That's that's what makes us great. We have a sense of humor. We're like Monty Python and Rick and Morty and stuff. Come on,
right.
Loosen up. And so it's exactly, and that's what these weekends are all about. We're tired of the humdrum life. Nobody goes to these things to be serious. We're all there to have a good time. And so, like I said, A, those people wouldn't come to our convention anyway. And B, even if they did, if for some reason one of them did, we would try our absolute damnedest to put a smile on that face and make sure that they had a great time. We're not gonna just kick somebody out or anything like that. We want them to become part of the family. We want to bring them in. So it's if that's the way you want to be, like, whatever. But we're trying to have a good time. Yeah.
Carl just threatened us.
Mm.
He said sometime during the weekend there'll be a live green room.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Carl, I want to point out, the weekend is a live green room.
Yeah.
The weekend is the live green room. Like, it's if you want to be part of the live green room, you show up. You show up on Friday, you'll be part of the live green room because it starts Friday.
Pick a table in the ballroom, and
somebody will sit down with you and start a conversation, especially if you've got on if you've got on a shirt of something that they like, they will come right up and talk to you,
Yeah, right. Well, that's the way it should be. This is you're supposed to be approachable. That's the whole idea, If you start being too snobby is not. Yeah, that gets old really, really fast. Really fast.
I do want to say that's why when we did have Brian down there,
mm-hmm.
with Brian and the other the rest of the Nevermorians who showed up, was the first thing was that they were immediately like, we want to meet everybody. We've heard stories about these people. We want to meet them, and went out, and everybody was so happy about that because they were, when they heard about there's this author who's going to be coming down that nobody's ever met before, and he's bringing these other authors with him. There were people who had some trepidation because they were like, we don't know these people. They're not part of our group. And we're like, trust us. Mm-hmm. They are part of the group. You just haven't met them yet.
They fit into the puzzle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. 100%.
And if while you're there, if you need anything, if you can't find me, you find Skunk or Chris Walker. I think you've seen who Chris is on the show. You find Skunk or Chris, and they'll make it happen.
No problem. I have complete faith in it.
Within reason. Let's point that out. Let's not give Ted any ideas. Legally, we can help you.
And I don't think that is legal in Georgia.
Yeah, that's probably true. That is probably
true.
Well, where my mind was going is definitely not legal in Georgia.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that other thing.
Well, let me rephrase that. It's not legal in Georgia yet.
Yeah.
Donna said that
all I'm going to say is just don't be on the property.
Donna said that she behaved herself the whole time she was there.
That is... Well, I don't want to call one of our guests a liar.
Okay.
Compared to some, she behaved.
She was pretty well behaved. Good. She was pretty well behaved for being 3 sheets to the wind was nothing. She was in double digits.
Well, you said they have a good time, so I'm glad that she did. I'm glad that's
she
good.
Did have
good
a great
stuff.
time. That's one of the things I do want to point out about our convention is it is about having a good time. It's not just about, like, some cons are about just going and imbibing and in parties 24/7 and all this alcohol and liquor and debauchery. We want to have a good time. We're not all about that. We offer that. We do have a during the dinner service, 8 p.m. We do open the bar. Throughout the day, we serve beer with mixed drinks. After 8, and we go until 2. Like, we do have a last call. Just like with a bar or anything like that. Yeah. Tips very much appreciated. We do serve drinks, and of course at the room parties they're going to serve drinks. But it's less about the alcohol and getting drunk and I don't drink, and I have an amazing time at HallowCon. It's really about the companionship of the people that are there, and that's the most wonderful thing to me. At some conventions, like I said, their only saving grace is, the beer never stops. Right. Whereas our convention, we have a ton of reasons to show up. That's the least of them.
Yeah. Well, and you guys are providing community. You're trying to, you're looking at it from community standpoint first. I'm sure people won't get out of hand. And if they are, it'll be addressed, but we're still having fun, right? And that's good.
It's something that, when I first started working, because I don't know if Joe has mentioned it to you, I am the head of security for the convention. And I was, I started in convention when I first started volunteering for conventions, started in security, started being, a door guy who's like, you got your badge, got your badge. I started at that level, and I was trained on how to do this by some of the best guys on things with, like, knowing when somebody's had too much to drink, conflict resolution, the routes to take on what to do about certain situations, the legalities of certain situations. We've rarely have we ever had a problem, and there hasn't been a problem we haven't been able to take care of.
Yeah.
So is this open to the general public, or is it only open to ticket holders, or what's?
Well, it's ticket holders. The membership, we call it membership badges. The badges right now online at HallowCon.com. Let me find the banner. You don't have controls, do you, Skunk?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I do not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's now I'm not gonna, obviously I'm gonna point out, and I'm gonna say this, right? We are there is an open invite. Anybody can come down, pay for a badge, and come hang out with us. Obviously, you have to be over 21 to drink. And we do ID everybody who comes in that wants to get alcohol. And of course, we follow all the same regulations.
Sure.
If you've had too much, we will cut you off, that sort of thing. And we do ask that, if you are going to be there, have a designated driver or a hotel room, because we don't want anybody to get hurt or anything like that. And we do encourage, actually, get a hotel room, stay with us. It's a lot more fun than having to drive home every night. Even if you live in the area, just come hang out. It's a little mini vacation, even if you live nearby. And so it's definitely like, come on down, come visit. Yes, you do have to pay for a badge, but what you get what you pay for. Like, not only do you get an amazing convention, 3 days is some of the most amazing time that you can have just hanging out.
Food, the most amazing food.
You got amazing panels. You have amazing, like everything that you get in your badge. Everything that you pay for is, it's a bargain, right? Especially the food.
Yeah.
Especially the food.
Yeah, the pre-registration is $35 for a badge online up until October 1st, and then they go up to $65. We cut off the online registration on the 15th of October because we have to make those badges up, so we got to have that time.
Sure, that time.
But the room rates are $75 a night.
Very reasonable. Extremely reasonable.
And you can get it by calling the Econo Lodge in Dalton, 1507 Tibbs Road, 706-226-9579. And tell them you want the HallowCon room block. What?
I was just going to say, if you are only if you're going to be one of those people that if you show up on Friday, right? You show up on Friday and you go home Sunday, you're only staying there Friday and Saturday night. There's a lot of people have to do that. We have to work and everything. I'm only going to be able to stay Friday and Saturday night because I'm going to have to go to work on Monday. And so I need to go home Sunday night, sort of thing. And that's something that I do want to point out is you're only looking at $150 at any other convention that you go to in the tri-state area. $150 is a night.
Sometimes it's not even
that, and sometimes it's not even that. That's the bare minimum is $150 for a single night, and these are in hotels that are nowhere as nice as the Econo Lodge in Dalton. They've done renovations. All the rooms look amazing now. It's almost a brand new building. I mean, it's the same skeletal framework with all new stuff, new beds, new carpet, new everything. It's very,
no carpet.
Very.
They don't have.
Oh yeah, that's right. They switched to hardwood. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
or not hardwood. It's that weird stuff,
laminated floor, but still,
the laminated floor.
It's a hard floor, so it's easier to clean.
Yep.
And keep clean.
Yep, and it's like I said, you're talking about a location. A lot of people, when you talk about going to a convention, and I've been to a ton of them. I would have to say that, like, I remember going to a convention in Memphis, and did you want to get food? Good luck. Good luck finding a place. You're from up north. You're in Michigan. I've been to convention in Rosemont in Chicago area. And it's like, sure, you're within, you know, so many miles of a restaurant, of like a McDonald's or something like that. Good luck getting there. If you're on foot, you know, it's like, how are you gonna cross these roads that are, you know, 6 lanes of traffic, you know, without getting hit by a car? And if you're driving, you're gonna be stuck bumper to bumper for a while. You can't get food anywhere. You have to get food delivered. That takes too long. You've got right across the street a Wendy's, right down the street. You've got a Waffle House. Down a little, just a tad bit further, you've got a Burger King. There's a Walmart almost directly behind the hotel. So if you want to make your own food, there's that. That is not to mention the fact that we provide the food too. So if it's just you want something else, you got a craving for something, it's within driving distance, and there's very little traffic because it's in a really nice part of Dalton where there isn't a whole lot of traffic. You can just easily zip, bit, bang, boom, and you're somewhere. You need something, it's within driving distance. It's some things are even within walking distance. So it's a really nice area. It's just everything about the convention is fantastic.
And Skunk, you said within walking distance. Christine would love to know that just a 5-minute walk from the hotel is a package store.
A very nice package store run by a very nice gentleman. Although, well, I don't know if he still runs it. Back when I used to drink, he ran it. Very nice guy. He would, if he knew that you were doing a party, especially if it was for the convention, he'd even give you discounts. Sure. If you were nice, you know, if you came in there and you were buying stuff in bulk, he would throw discounts at you. Very nice guy. Right next to that package store, by the way, is a gas station. So if you need an emergency, like I got to run and get, you know, running low on cigarettes, or I just need to get some water or something like that, you know, a bottle of water. It's within walking distance. Again, you can just walk down there. It's less than 5 minutes. Fantastic.
How's parking set up? That's a big problem with a lot of conventions.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, you're not. You may not be used to this, or maybe you are. You are from up north. The parking is free.
Excellent.
Yeah, and I want to point out, I want to stress this. It's a very large, very accessible lot. Now, this is the kind of parking lot people pull trailers and campers and semis into. So it's a very accessible lot. The worst part about it is up on a hill. So if you're like me and you drive a vehicle that has a lot of torque, sometimes you might spin the tires. But other than that,
that's only on accident, Skunk. I know you don't mean to.
Not every time.
But yeah, I forgot I didn't put our QR code up above Ted's head right there. If you scan that with your phone, it will take you give you a link to our website, and that's where you can get your badges, get information to the hotel, information on the authors, and Ted, on the guest page, you are the first person they see.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I had a question earlier. Carl said something about, tell Ted about the wristbands. I don't know what that means.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, the wristbands was something that with the first convention that we had back after the pandemic, we decided to try out a system to where we had 3 different colors of wristbands when you register that are given to you, right? And you could choose whichever color that you want, right? And that color signifies what your intentions are as far as social distancing goes. If it was a green wristband, you're 100% yes. You could come up, you could say hi, shake hands, all that other stuff. Yellow was let the person decide, and then red was, you know, social distance, please, 6 feet away, right? What we found out was, and I thought this was amazing, is that, and Joe thought it was amazing too, was that people weren't using them for that. People were using them to let them know their comfortability levels as far as being social. People who weren't really worried about, you know, the coronavirus because they were already vaccinated, but we're just wanting to, just want to be at the convention. I want to have a good time, but I really don't want to be bothered. Like if I'm reading a book or something like that, they would have the red wristband on. And other times, there were people who they'd be worried about they weren't worried about the virus, but they were a very sociable person. They wanted to say hi to everybody and give them big hugs and all that. And they had green wristbands, And some people were saying, well, can I get one of each color so, I could switch them out depending on my mood?
Which, yeah. Yep.
So it ended up working out brilliantly. It was fantastic. And it made navigating the social dynamic of a convention so much easier, because you didn't have to second guess whether or not somebody was going to, be, someone you could approach or not, which helped out a lot with being able to make friends.
Sure.
Yeah, it was amazing. I just saw it as an idea from something I saw on Facebook. It was a wedding thing. And I thought, well, shoot. I asked, in the staff meeting who likes this idea, and everybody held their hand up. So we gave it a try, and dang if it didn't work.
And like I was saying, it worked better than we expected it to. So we're definitely bringing it back. Like it was a really good thing. And I remember, like there were people that had they had the yellow wristband at first because they were new to the convention. They didn't really know people. By Saturday, they'd switch to a green one. They wanted to meet everybody. So it was great for like I said, being able to sort of test the waters at a glance. Can I approach this person or not? Sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Ended up working out really great. I think it helped that we used the stoplight colors too.
Yeah,
sure. How many rooms are available on that block?
I think there's like 75 rooms available in the block, but we can expand that. It's not limited to 75. They would love for us to rent all 112 rooms.
Sure. I just don't want to. I know that the capacity for the show too is another thing for you guys to handle. Yeah. That's got to be tough.
Yeah, we don't
know how many people.
Well, being that we've got a great cook, another cook coming in who's absolutely awesome. Going to be working with her. Mm-hmm. I don't want to bring more than 300 people in there.
Sure.
Because
well, just the logistics of that is huge.
Years ago, HallowCon ended up with like almost 400 people, and it about killed them on the grill.
Yeah, sure. So,
we don't do that no more. And one of the funny stories is when we were at this hotel here, the guys were out cooking the Saturday night meal, and this car rolls up and says, "We found you." And they're going, what do you mean you found us? We were going to Waffle House and we smelt it. They said, "How much is a plate?" And they explained what it was. I mean, we had people actually sniff their way from Waffle House to figure out where this food was coming from. I'll be right back, Jose.
I hate whenever he does this. I don't know what to talk about.
It's all good, man. There he is.
Oh, he's back. Thank you. Thankfully. There was one time he literally bounced and was just all like, I gotta go for a second. Skunk vamp. And I was like,
it's all good. We'll make it work.
Yeah, as Dan Hollifield says, Megan is an awesome cook.
Oh,
of course,
she is.
You heard the story of Brian and the ribs.
I think I did. I'm not sure. Refresh my memory a little bit on that.
He said he went to pick up the ribs and all he had was a bone in his hand.
Yeah.
Because the rest of it was in his lap.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
They how big are the? We have tables in that, right? What the set size for the table? Do we have a
Uh,
table?
well, for the guest banquet, it's
Yeah.
we take over the breakfast room and make this U-shaped table,
Cool.
and that's where all you know the main guests that are listed on the website. What
Mhm.
I have a special dinner with them just to,
Cool.
and it's
That's cool.
and it's not like everybody else where they got to stand in line. You sit and your plate is served to you.
Good deal. How do you guys handle allergies and stuff? Any food allergies?
Uh, we we ask that you know if you let us know, we make special arrangements.
Of course.
So, but
That's cool. I'm just saying for anybody else that's there, if they're
yeah,
attending, and just
yeah.
in case. So
Um, but yeah, we feast is great. It's two meats, except for the guest banquet, they get ribs.
Hmm.
We also add ribs onto that uh, menu. You'll actually get a menu in your guest package, so you can go ahead and select what you want that day.
cool.
And sorry, I'm getting choked up here.
It's okay.
I hope he's all right. Just getting choked up.
He's getting choked
He
up.
likes those ribs, man.
Oh yeah, I was getting excited about the ribs. Sorry about that.
So, did we need to give you some time alone?
No, I'm good now. Of course, Donna said she needs to work out her eating times better. She don't want to miss out on supper again. Uh, and then, of course, Carl said the stomachs were still on Central Time. Are you on Central or Eastern Time up in Michigan?
Eastern.
Okay.
Yep. Same as you guys.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, we got just about 8 or 7 minutes left.
Mhm.
So, Ted, I'm going to pull you up full screen and let you tell everybody where they can find your artwork and books and all that.
Sure. Well, anything that deals with Ted Davies artistry, teddaviesartistry.com is kind of the go-to first off, and then you can find us on Facebook and Instagram, and now we're broadcasting on Twitch as well as YouTube. YouTube's been kind of a common stay for the last couple of years. So, but yeah, any of my artwork that you see on Instagram or as far as on Ted Davies Artistry, please check it out. You can message me, and if the pricing's not listed, let me know. I know we just did a Christmas in July sale this last week. All the prices are back up to normal price now. So, but everything that was remaining. But yeah, my books and everything can be found at teddaviesartistry.com. So check that out. And all the shows and all that fun stuff on YouTube, where it's at. It's all under Ted Davies Artistry.
All right. And again, I think our next show is in 2 weeks, but I think that is when we go to the weekly show, Skunk.
I believe so.
And that will be August 2nd. We may still be on YouTube for that show. My sentence will be up by then.
I hope so.
And Ted, I told you what
I joke. Yeah.
Is that against? Do you find that offensive?
No, I don't. But but I don't wear a Doctor Strange outfit, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It just depends on the guy or the woman. I don't know.
Not what he meant. Not the joke he was talking about, but that's pretty funny.
That joke. Okay.
Yeah.
Either one. Or the other one? No. The other joke? No. I think no.
The one that got me in trouble.
Yeah, I think the other one. Yeah, I think that. Well, it depends on who you're talking to, I guess. But I think it's I think either one. I don't find it that offensive. It doesn't. Just get over yourself. Not you, but the person hearing it. It's like whatever. Get over yourself. But whatever,
And Carl says the challenge will be get Christine happy with some liquid happy.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. She'll be mixing them, so that'll be good. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. We both are. So.
All right. Oh, I look forward to meeting.
Yeah.
I'm
looking forward to meeting everybody else too. Yeah. We've been, even Carl. There's all kind. Carl and Donna. We've, none of us have, any of us have met. So. We definitely want to, we want to definitely take time and, meet the fam. Meet the family.
Have you met Brian?
No, not this. I've talked for hours online with all of these people for years, and I've never met them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Christine and I both are. So it's been a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Well, as we say it down here, I look forward to shaking a paw with you.
Okay, shaking a paw. All right, sounds good.
I'm a furry, and I've never said that.
Oh, and you're going to like this. Carl says they're going to be bringing some cigars.
I know. We'll have to talk about that once I get down there. I haven't had any cigars in a while, so we'll have to. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Well, we've got this nice patio area.
Well, we'll see. We'll have to see. I don't know. We'll see what the doctor states. We might have to watch you guys do it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh, so you okay?
I haven't had anything in almost 10 months, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see if the old lungs are doing okay. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
That's bad.
No, it's good. It's good. I'm breathing good, so everything's good.
Yeah, hang around after the show. I got something to tell you.
Sure. Man.
So
yeah,
but yeah, we're still like 3 minutes out, and
no problem.
Usually I have a long closing, but Skunk thought it would be great to just make a 19-second outro.
Cool.
I for this show, it's a little bit different than our other show. We're just being a little more professional, a little bit more, the bing bang boom, get the job done sort of thing. Yeah. So,
and that's pretty much what we've been doing. So any questions about what HallowCon does that you think we can cover in the next 3 minutes?
I think that you answered just about everything. The parking situation, the hotel accommodations, the food, and the pricing. It's all there.
Well, I actually have a question, Joe, because I'm not just the head of security for the convention, but I'm also part of the main
sound.
Definitely the sound crew. I'm definitely the sound guy. A part of the entertainment, the board of entertainment, I guess, helping with all the acts and stuff like that. That anybody wants to use the soundboard, and I also do some DJing and a few other things. So my question to you, Ted, is, what kind of music do you like? Since you're our guest of honor.
A lot of different stuff, man. I like rockabilly music. I like hard rock music. I like. Yeah, anything. I like the old stuff. The old. I like anything Stray Cats. That kind of stuff. So have some fun with that.
Hey, I'm all about that.
Have some fun with that.
You've literally just nailed my.
Anything from like Elvis Costello, you name it. I'll listen to this.
Elvis Costello, yes.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll listen to all of it. So. Absolutely.
I might have to break out my Spike the Entertainer vinyl.
There you go. Yeah.
And then Skunk, also, you still got the closing, the late night last call song, right?
Oh yeah, of course. You such a it's a cliche. It's cliche, Joe.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are right up against the hour. Thank you, Ted, for coming in.
My privilege, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I cannot wait to hang out with you.
It's going to be a blast. We're going to have a good time.
Now,
it's going to be legend. It's going to be legendary when we get down
there. Next show, I'm just going to call it right now. We're going to bring in Brian Morris. So, Brian, you've now got your warning, so get ready. And with that, I'm going to say thank you, Ted. Thank you, Skunk, for being here. And thanks, everybody that's tuned in. We'll see y'all on August 2nd. Good night, everybody.